Hello folks, today I'll be sharing an impressive barbarian build that I recently used in my gameplay. This build is designed to make your character incredibly tough in combat, almost impossible to defeat. With specific items, you'll even regain a portion of your hit points every turn. To fully utilize this tankiness, we'll invest a few levels into the Cleric class to acquire the Warding Bond spell. This ability not only bonds you with an ally, but also grants them resistance to all damage. It's truly remarkable. With this setup, your entire party becomes exceptionally resilient, even in the most challenging honor mode. A quick note here, this build comes online at level 8, so if you are still in the early acts of the game, I recommend holding off until you reach at least level 8. Before that, feel free to play any class you like, and you can always respec and apply this build later on. Now let's jump into the Barbarian. At level 1, you gain Rage, providing an extra 2 damage with your melee attacks. Additionally, you have resistance to physical damage and advantage on string checks and saving throws. The Unarmored Defense is another great ability, adding your Constitution modifier to your AC when not wearing armor, giving you more flexibility in choosing your armor. For your stats, Strength 16, as it's your main attack ability, Dexterity 14. This will give you a bit of initiative and AC bonuses. Constitution is crucial for this build, setting it to 16 for now, and later on, we'll enhance it further with specific items. You can dump intelligence and charisma as they are not essential for this build. Moving on to level 2, you unlock Reckless Attack, a fantastic ability granting you advantage on your attack rolls. However, enemies also gain advantage against you. This trade-off is well worth it, especially considering you have resistance to physical damage. Additionally, you gain Danger Sense, providing advantage on dexterity saving throws against traps, spells, and surfaces. As you hit level 3, go for the Wild Heart subclass. For the choice of your bestial heart, you got two options. The first one is the Bear Heart, offering resistance to all damage except psychic damage. This makes for the ultimate tank setup. You also gain access to Unrelenting Ferocity, allowing you to restore a portion of your hit points during combat. The second option is the Tiger Heart. With Bloodlust, you can attack up to 3 targets at once, causing them to bleed. In the early game, the Shattered Flail weapon lets you heal for 1d6 hit points when hitting an enemy. Combine this with a Bloodlust, and you can regain 3d6 hit points on a successful hit. Later on, you'll find the Period of the Wound Closure, maximizing the hit points you receive, ensuring you always restore 6 hit points on a successful hit. The Bear Heart excels in tanking, while the Tiger Heart is good at healing. Both options work exceptionally well with this spell, so choose based on your playstyle. Reaching level 4, it's time to select your first feat. I suggest using the ability improvement to increase your strength by 2 for now. As we reach level 5, you unlock extra attack, allowing you to attack twice in a turn. Fast movement boosts your movement speed by 3 meters when not wearing heavy armor. Upon level 6, you have the option to choose an animal aspect. Honestly, none of these animal aspects align particularly well with this spell, so go with whatever you like. Level 7, you unlock Feral Instinct, granting a +3 bonus on initiative, and you can be surprised. Now at level 8, it's time for a respec. Bring your Barbarian to level 5 for extra attack. From level 6 onward, dip into the War Domain Cleric to grab the Warding Bond spell. You also gain War Priest at level 1. You can make an extra attack using a bonus section after your main weapon attack. You can use it 3 times per long rest. At Cleric level 2, you gain Guided Strike, providing a +10 bonus to your attack rolls when you're about to miss. You can use this once per short rest. Cleric level 3 is the turning point, where you obtain the Warding Bond spell. This spell grants an ally resistance to all damage, a +1 to AC and saving throws. Whenever the ally takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. This allows you to share the damage. It's a Bear Heart Barbarian. You can half the damage while raging. You also have the damage that transfers to you. Remarkably, you can bond with as many allies as you want, and this ability requires no concentration, remaining effective even after you rage. However, at this level, you can only bond with 2 allies due to limited spell slots. In Act 2, you can find the True Lover's Ring, allowing you to cast Warding Bond on a creature wearing the matching ring. Still, I recommend investing another level into the Cleric for an additional spell slot and an extra feat. For this feat, I recommend taking Tough, granting you an extra 2 hit points for every level you gain. This makes you significantly sturdier, enabling you to absorb more damage for the party. For the remaining levels, I suggest branching into the fighter class. At level 1, you can choose a fighting style depending on your playstyle. Opt for defense if you wear armor, boosting your AC by 1, or the great weapon fighting, allowing you to reroll damage dice when you roll a 1 or 2 using a two-handed weapon. Moving on to level 2 in fighter, you gain action surge, providing an additional action to use per short rest. Upon reaching level 3, I highly recommend selecting the Battle Master subclass. With this choice, you get to pick 3 combat maneuvers. Among them, sweeping attack stands out for this spell, allowing you to attack multiple enemies at once. When paired with the Shattered Flail or the Sword of Chaos, you can restore a significant amount of hit points per turn. Unlike Bloodlust, sweeping attack can target as many enemies as they are within the range, and you can use it 4 times per short rest. I recommend using it only when your health runs low. As for the other choice, consider taking Rally, granting you 8 temporary hit points. Another subclass option is the Champion, offering improved critical hits. This feature lowers the number you need to roll a critical hit by 1. When it comes to gear, I'm gonna cover most of them from Act 1 to Act 3. For Act 1, you wanna use the Haste Helm, granting you momentum for 3 turns at the start of combat since you lack mobility at this point, and you can get this quite early in the Blighted Village. The Flesh Melter Cloak is quite great for this spell. Whenever a creature deals melee damage to you, they take 1d4 exit damage in return. When you're enraged, the foes tend to attack you quite often. Or consider using the Cloak of Protection, offering a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. For armor, the Mighty Club is a solid option, boosting your strength score by 2 and doubling your carrying capacity. With the Bull Rush ability, you can charge forward and potentially knock your foes back 3 meters without provoking opportunity attacks. Alternatively, the Enraging Hot Guard is worth considering too. While raging, you gain 2 turns of breath, dealing extra melee damage. It also provides a +2 bonus to Constitution, enhancing your toughness. The Gloves of Dexterity set your dexterity score to 18, increasing your AC and initiative, while adding a +1 bonus to your attack rolls. The Disintegrating Nightwalkers offer immunity to falling prone and the ability to use Misty Step once per short rest. The period of wound closure is quite crucial for this spell, providing you wound closure. When you are down, you automatically stabilize at the start of your turn, but the potent healing is what matters, maximizing the number of hit points you restore. Incredibly effective when combined with Bloodlust or Sweeping Attack. You can restore a ton of hit points every turn. For weapons in Act 1 and 2, the Shattered Flail is your go-to weapon. It restores 1d6 hit points each time you hit an enemy. With a period of wound closure, you receive 6 hit points for every attack, but you can go mad if you don't continue hitting an enemy. As you transition to Act 3, make sure to switch to the Sword of Chaos, which maintains the healing capability, and don't forget to respect and take the Great Weapon Master fee after obtaining this sword. For helmets in Act 3, you have several options. The helmet upgrade grants you an extra bonus section when your health drops below 50%, which happens a lot for this spell, since you absorb a lot of damage for the party. Or consider the Sarawak's Horn Helmet, lowering your critical hit number by 1. Sticking with the Engage Hot Guard is recommended. The Gloves of Soul Catching grant a 1d10 force damage to your unarmed attack damage, not benefiting this spell, but it gives you a +2 bonus to Constitution. The period of wound closure is still a must. For rings, the Ring of Regeneration is a solid choice, restoring 4 hit points at the start of your turn. As for the second ring, you might want to consider the Ring of Free Action. This ring grants immunity to difficult terrains. Alternatively, the Ring of Protection increases your AC and saving throws by 1. Now let's talk about combat tactics. After a long rest, buff all your allies with a Warding Bond. This spell lasts until a long rest. Given that you have resistance to all damage while raging, taking damage for your allies becomes a non-issue. Additionally, you can heal yourself consistently, leveraging your tankiness effectively. Once this spell comes online, you can consider swapping out your Cleric for another DPS character, adding more damage output for the party. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more Baldur's Gate 3 content. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.